Hello, my name is Johnny Duckett, and welcome to the Cool Reader Show. Today we have something special for you. We're taping from a remote area at the IRC Learning Lab and at the central office, and we have a fantastic group of students with us today. They'll be coming from Whitaker Elementary, and our first Cool Reader is going to be Kevin Bacon. How you doing today, Kevin?
Good.
All right. Now, tell me, what grade are you in?
Second.
All right. And how old are you?
7.
Okay. Now, tell me, what book do you have for us today?
Magic Treehouse.
Okay. And who's the author?
Mary Pope Osborne.
Okay. Now, could you tell me a little bit about the dinosaurs before dark?
There's a magic treehouse. It goes to when the dinosaurs were lived, and then there are like dinosaurs that they Jack and Annie meet.
Okay. So the Magic Treehouse is like a series,
Yes.
and it has different books in the series. Have you read any other books from that series?
Yes.
What other books have you read?
I read Tonight on the Titanic, Nights at Dawn, and some other books.
Okay. Well, what I'm gonna get you to do, Kevin, is I'm gonna get you to read a couple of pages from the Magic Treehouse Dinosaurs Before Dark. Can you do that for me?
Yep.
Okay.
I have to go back. Oh, forget it, said Annie. I can't, said Jack. The book doesn't belong to us, plus my notebook's in my pack with all my notes. Hurry, said Annie. Jack hurried down the rope ladder. He leaped onto the ground. He raced past the pteranodon through the ferns. Through the tall grass up the hill, he looked. There was his pack lying on the ground. On top of it was his dinosaur book. But now the valley below was filled with anosauruses, all standing guard around the nest. Where had they been? Did fear of the Tyrannosaurus Rex send them home? Jack took a deep breath. Ready, set, go. He charged down the hill. He leaped to his backpack. He scooped it up. He grabbed the dinosaur book. A terrible tuba sound. Another. All the anosauruses were blowing at him. Jack took off. He raced up to the hilltop and started down the hill. He stopped. The Tyrannosaurus Rex was back, and he was standing between Jack and the treehouse.
Okay. Now tell me, which one was your favorite character?
Jack.
Jack. Okay. Now, did you learn any lessons from the book?
Yes.
What lesson did you learn?
When you find something, it may be a good thing or a bad thing.
Okay, that's a good lesson, isn't it? All right, tell me, how does books help you when you doing your schoolwork and taking your tests?
There's on my test, there's some words that may be in a book, and I can ask my parents or the teacher what they are, and then know them on the test.
Wow, great answer. Okay. Well, I want to thank you, Kevin, for that fine reading. And what we're going to do is we're going to go to our next cool reader. And our next cool reader is Andrew Riley. How you doing today, Andrew?
I'm doing good.
Okay. Now tell me, what grade are you in?
I'm in 4th.
All right. And how old are you?
I'm 10.
Okay. Now tell me, what book do you have for us today?
I have James and the Giant Peach.
Okay. That's a pretty popular book, isn't it?
Yeah.
All right. Now, you want to give me a little summary of James and the Giant Peach? Could you tell me just a little bit about it?
A boy named James. His parents die, and he moves into his aunt's house, and his aunts are very cruel to him. He never gets to see any other kids, and he has to do all the work, and he finds a way out through the peach.
Oh, wow. That's not cool to have to go through all of that now, is it?
No.
Okay, well, Andrew, let me get you to read a couple of pages for me out of Andrew and the Giant Peach. Okay?
Okay. Sponge, Sponge, come here at once. And look at this. At what? It's a peach, Aunt Spiker was shouting. At what? A peach, right up there on the highest branch. Can't you see it? I think you must be mistaken, my dear Spiker. That miserable tree never has any peaches on it. There's one on it now, Sponge. You look for yourself. You're teasing me, Spiker. You're making my mouth water on purpose. When there's nothing to put into it. Why, that tree's never even had a blossom on it, let alone a peach. Right up on the highest branch, you say. I can't see a thing. Very funny. Ha ha. Good gracious me. Well, I'll be blown. There really is a peach up there. A nice big one, too. Aunt Spiker said. A beauty, Aunt Sponge cried out. At this point, James slowly put down his chopper and turned and looked across the two women who were standing underneath the peach tree. Something is about to happen, he told himself. Something particular is about to happen any moment. He hadn't the funniest idea what it might be.
Okay, now, there was Aunt Sponge and Aunt Spiker.
Yes.
And these were the two bad aunts?
Yes.
Okay. Now tell me which was your favorite character in
James.
James is your favorite character. Now, if you could change anything about James and the Peach, tell me what would you change?
I'd probably change his parents dying.
Yeah. That's pretty bad, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, would you recommend that book to your classmates?
Yeah.
All right. Now, what was the most exciting part?
Probably when he finds an entrance into the peach, and then he gets away from his aunts, and then he ties up a bunch of seagulls, and yeah.
Okay. Well, I want to thank you for that, Andrew. And what we're going to do is we're going to take a small break, and we're going to come back with two more Cool Readers from Whitaker Elementary.
Listen to me. I am captain of the track team. And if I'm late,
She doesn't really think she's going to get out of here, does she?
Be nice, she's new.
Hello, is anyone there? Ugh!
Wow. Even from our standards, you look awful.
Oh, sweetie, what happened?
Me? My friend Becky got to talk to this super cute boy, and I tried to act like I wasn't jealous, but I so totally was. And then out of nowhere, this concrete barrier just popped up. Maybe it was a semi.
You mean you were driving?
Yeah. I mean, I know the whole eyes on the road thing, but this was a super important text. Maybe you have to know, Becky.
Texting? Great.
But it was only like 5 seconds, and I'm a really, really fast texter, so it wasn't even a big deal. Actually, has she texted me back yet? Wow, I get like no bars in this place. I wonder if they have Wi-Fi here.
Kids will spend 15 minutes watching online videos like this one.
Brushing for 2 minutes now can save your child from severe tooth pain later. 2 minutes twice a day. They have the time.
Welcome back to the Cool Reader Show, and we have two exciting young ladies coming from Whitaker Elementary to talk about a book that they've read. And what we're going to do is we're going to start off with Sheridan Beveridge. Did I say it right? Beveridge? Okay, Sheridan Beveridge. How you doing today?
Good.
Okay. Now, tell me, how old are you, Sheridan?
6.
Okay, and what grade are you in?
First,
First grade. All right. What book do we have today, Sheridan?
Charlotte's Web.
Okay. Could you tell me a little something about Charlotte's Web?
It's about a pig and a girl named Fern, and the pig's name is Wilbur. And the pig got moved to a barn cellar, and he had no friends. But like in the middle of the book, he meets a spider named Charlotte, and they became good friends. And then he went to the fair because Charlotte wrote words in her web to keep Wilbur alive. And they went to the fair, and Charlotte she died, and she made an egg sac, and they went back to the barn cellar, and and her babies hatched.
Okay. That's usually that's a little unusual to have a spider for a friend. What you think?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of.
It's a spider and a pig being friends.
Yeah. The pig, I can see the pig, but the spider is kind of that's kind of scary.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, what we're going to do, Sheridan, we're going to get you to read a couple of pages from Charlotte's Web. Can you do that for me?
Yes.
Okay.
Wilbur looked up. At the top of the doorway, 3 small webs were being constructed. On each web, working busily, was one of Charlotte's daughters. "Can I take this to mean," asked Wilbur, "that you have definitely decided to live here in the barn cellar?" "You indeed," said the spiders. "What are your names, please?" asked Wilbur, trembling with joy. "I'll tell you my name," replied the first spider. "If you tell me why you're trembling I'm trembling with joy," said Wilbur. "Then my name is Joy," said the first spider. "What was my mother's middle initial?" asked the second spider. "A," said Wilbur. "Then my name is Arania," said the spider. "How about me?" asked the third spider. "Will you just pick out a nice and simple name for me? Something not too long, not too fancy, and not too dumb." Wilbur thought hard. "Nellie," he suggested. "Fine, I like that very much," said the third spider. "You may call me Nellie."
Okay, Sheridan. Now, let me ask you a question now. Did you learn a lesson from Charlotte's Web?
Yes, I learned that if you move to new places and people ask you to be your friend, you should never say, "I'm too busy." Well, if you really are busy, you should tell the truth. But if you're not that busy, you can ask your parents if you can play with them. And also you can be just like Charlotte. And even though she was busy too, she decided to be his friend, and then they become great friends. And then she just died, and then he still met 3 new friends.
Yes, and that lets you know that even if you're different, you can still be friends, can't you?
Yes.
Okay. Now, was this book easy to read?
Well, it's like kind of easy because there's lots of hard words and lots of easy words sometimes.
Okay. Now, tell me, what part was the most exciting for you?
Where Charlotte had her babies.
Okay. Now, if you could change anything about Charlotte's Web, what would you change?
I would change, instead of Charlotte dying, she could still live and watch her babies getting born.
Yes, and with Wilbur, is that?
Yeah.
Yeah, Wilbur could help, couldn't he?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we want to thank you for that fine reading those questions, Sheridan. And what we're going to do is we're going to go to our next Cool Reader. Our next Cool Reader name is Carolyn Larkin. How you doing today, Carolyn?
Very good.
Good. Now tell me, how old are you, Carolyn?
I'm 9 years old.
Okay. And what grade are you in?
3rd grade.
Okay. Now tell me, what book do you have for us?
Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban.
Okay, now tell me what kind of book is that?
It's a fiction book.
Okay. Now, could you give me a little summary of Harry Potter's Prisoner of Azkaban?
Well, so Harry finds out that there's a prisoner named Sirius Black, and he wants to hurt Harry. So Harry doesn't like him, but later on in the book, Harry finds out that his godfather is Sirius Black, and he actually starts to like him, and he starts sending letters, and Sirius says that he might be able to live with him, and Harry's really excited. And Harry's parents died, so Sirius is the only one that's his relatives that's alive, but he does have another relative, but they're really harsh to him.
Wow. Okay. Well, maybe I can get you to read a couple of pages from The Prisoner of Azkaban. Can you do that for me?
Mm-hmm. What does a Patronus look like? Said Harry curiously. Each one is unique to the wizard who conjures it. And how do you conjure it? With an incantation, which will work only if you are concentrating with all your might on a single, very happy memory. Harry cast his mind about for a happy memory. Certainly nothing that happened to him at the Dursleys is going to do. Finally, he settled on the right moment, when he had first ridden a broomstick. Right, he said, trying to recall as exactly as possible the wonderful soaring sensation of his stomach. The incantation is this. Lupin cleared his throat. Expecto Patronum! Expecto Patronum, Harry repeated under his breath. Expecto Patronum. Concentrating hard on your happy memory. Oh, yeah, said Harry, quickly forcing his thoughts back to that first broom ride. Expecto Patronum. No. Expecto Patronum. Sorry. Expecto Patronum. Expecto Patronum. Something whooshed suddenly out of the end of his wand. It looked like a wisp of silvery gas. Did you see that? Said Harry excitedly. Something happened. Very good, said Lupin, smiling. Right then, ready to try it on a Dementor?
Okay, Caroline, that was fantastic. Now tell me, have you read any other books from this series?
Yes, I've read the first one and the second one. This is the third one, and I've read the fourth one, and I'm reading the fifth one.
Wow. Okay, now, would you recommend that book to your classmates?
Yes, very much. It's very good.
Okay. Now, who's your favorite character?
Well, I like Harry Potter, but I do like other characters, but Harry's my favorite.
Harry's your favorite. Who's your second favorite?
Ginny Weasley. Ginny
Weasley?
Harry has a best friend named Ron, and Ron's little sister is named Ginny Weasley.
Oh, okay. I guess I haven't been paying that much attention, haven't I? Because I didn't know who Ginny Weasley. I knew who Ron was. Yeah, I kind of like Ron. I thought you was gonna say Ron, but I know you're gonna say Ron's little sister. Okay, now tell me, what was the most exciting part for you?
The most exciting part for me is when Harry finds out that Sirius Black is his godfather.
Okay, now that's pretty exciting. Okay, now tell me, how does reading books in your spare time help you when it comes to doing your classwork and taking tests?
It helps me because it kind of calms me down a little, because I could just take a little time to read and not be so nervous and worried. I could just make my mind on this book and just read it.
Yeah, just focus on that and don't worry about nothing else,
Yeah.
right? Good job. Okay. Well, I want to thank you, Caroline and Sheridan. I also want to thank Kevin and Andrew, and I want to thank Ms. Weeks for bringing the students over and doing such a great job at Whitaker. And I also want to thank you for watching the Cool Reader Show.